Roman Reigns shocks WWE Universe. Returns to join Jacob Fatu in brutal attack on Seth Rollins. Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we've got some truly surprising and heartwarming news from the WWE Universe. Ladies and gentlemen, wrestling fans around the world, the earth shook. The tribal drums sounded. The WWE Universe stood still as one of the most shocking moments in modern wrestling history unfolded before our very eyes. After months away from television, Roman Reigns made his earth-shattering return to SmackDown, and he didn't come alone. Standing at his side was a monster, a menace, and a message, Jacob Fatu. And together, they launched a vicious, cold-blooded assault on Seth Rollins, a moment that left fans speechless, commentary stunned, and the locker room shaken. In today's video, we take you through the shocking return of Roman Reigns, the rise of Jacob Fatu, and the unholy alliance that's now set to redefine the landscape of WWE. This is the story of Bloodline, reignited. The silence before the storm. It had been months since we'd seen Roman Reigns on WWE television. After losing control of the Bloodline and being betrayed by Paul Heyman and Solo Sikoa, Roman disappeared from the spotlight. The tribal chief, gone. Rumors swirled about injuries, creative differences, even retirement. But week after week, the head of the table remained absent. That silence became louder than any promo. Meanwhile, WWE moved on. Seth Rollins rose in power, aligning with Solo and Paul Heyman. Together, they began calling the shots, reshaping SmackDown in their image. Seth even began mocking Roman during promos, calling him, "Yesterday's king," and a fallen chief with no tribe. He laughed. The fans cheered. But behind the scenes, something was brewing. WHO's Jacob Fatu. Then came Jacob Fatu. The WWE Universe had heard whispers for years about this Samoan beast who had been dominating the independent scene. A terrifying blend of power, agility, and fury, Fatu had long been regarded as the one who could change the course of any faction. His signing with WWE in 2025 sent shockwaves through the industry. But no one expected him to debut like this. SmackDown advertised a special surprise guest for July 5th's main event. The crowd had theories: Cody, Randy Orton, even CM Punk. But when the lights went black, and tribal drums thundered through the arena, the cameras focused on the entrance. And there he was, Jacob Fatu, bare-chested, tattooed, snarling, walking slowly down the ramp. The crowd went wild. Commentary couldn't believe it, but they had no idea what was about to happen next. Seth Rollins' arrogance. Seth Rollins, the self-proclaimed architect of the future, was in the ring that night, cutting yet another promo. "Roman Reigns ain't coming back," he shouted. "Because he knows he's been replaced. By me. By someone who actually finishes the job." The crowd booed, but Rollins soaked it in, smiling in that cocky, sinister way only he can. He mocked Roman's legacy, claimed Solo Sikoa was better than Roman ever was, claimed Paul Heyman upgraded to a smarter champion. Then he turned to Jacob Fatu, who had now walked down the ramp and climbed into the ring, and offered him a handshake. "Welcome to my show." What happened next changed everything. The return. Suddenly, the arena lights went black again. The screen at the top of the ramp flickered. A tribal symbol appeared. The crowd gasped. The symbol split apart, revealing the unmistakable silhouette of a man with long wet hair, a glove raised, and a cold stare. "Done. Done. Done." Roman Reigns' theme hit. The crowd erupted. Commentary screamed. Michael Cole shouted, "It's him. It's Roman Reigns. The tribal chief is back." Roman Reigns slowly walked out. Dressed in black. No Usos. No Heyman. Just cold, calculated fury. Jacob Fatu backed up and grinned. Seth Rollins looked confused, then panicked. Roman walked down the ramp slowly, methodically. The boos mixed with cheers. Half the crowd thrilled, the other half terrified. Roman got in the ring. Seth Rollins backed away, yelling, "You're too late. This is my show now." Roman Reigns didn't speak. Instead, he nodded to Jacob Fatu. And chaos erupted. The assault. Jacob Fatu grabbed Rollins by the throat and slammed him into the corner. Roman followed up with a Superman punch that echoed through the arena. The beatdown began. Punch after punch, kick after kick. Steel chair to the back. Samoan drop onto the announcer's table. Jacob hit a monstrous moonsault from the top rope, crushing Seth's ribs. Then, Roman rolled out of the ring, and pulled out something we hadn't seen in a long time. The golden tribal necklace. The one Solo wore after Roman passed it on. The symbol of the tribal chief. Roman climbed back into the ring. Fatu held Seth up, and Roman whispered into his ear, "You never take what's mine." Then he hit a final spear so powerful, the ring shook. Seth Rollins lay broken in the ring. Roman Reigns stood tall once again. Commentary shocked. Michael Cole could barely speak. Roman Reigns has returned, with Jacob Fatu, and he just destroyed Seth Rollins. Corey Graves added, "This wasn't a return. This was a message. The chief wants his throne back." SmackDown went off the air with Roman holding the necklace high above his head while Jacob Fatu stood beside him, fists clenched, snarling like a monster unleashed. The tribal empire had just been reborn. Backstage fallout. The WWE locker room was in chaos. Reports emerged that Solo Sikoa watched the entire thing from a monitor backstage, his expression cold, unreadable. Paul Heyman was nowhere to be found. Rumors began swirling. Is Jacob Fatu now Roman's new right-hand man? Is Roman reclaiming the bloodline, but on his own terms? The Usos had yet to comment. Jey Uso, currently in recovery from a previous attack by Rollins, posted a cryptic message on Instagram. "Told y'all he ain't done yet. Crown fire #tribal real. Seth Rollins injured." The next morning, WWE.com posted an update. Seth Rollins suffered severe bruising and potential fractured ribs. He would be out of in-ring competition for at least 2 weeks. Fans were furious. Was Roman allowed to just walk back in and injure the world champion? But others cheered. The tribal chief was back. And he wasn't playing games. Roman speaks. The following week on SmackDown, Roman Reigns finally addressed the WWE Universe. He came to the ring with Jacob Fatu behind him, silent and menacing. Roman held a mic, his eyes burning with intensity. "They thought I was done. That the tribal chief was finished. That Seth Rollins could wear my crown and spit on my name." He paused. "Seth forgot what built this empire. I bled for this. I carried this company through a pandemic. I put the whole industry on my back." He looked at the camera. "Now I'm back, and I'm taking everything." The crowd roared. He turned to Fatu. "This man right here, he ain't just muscle. He's blood. He's fury. He's a wrecking machine. And he's with me now." WWE locker room responds. Superstars across the roster had mixed reactions. Cody Rhodes posted, "Didn't expect that, but trust me, the story ain't finished." Kevin Owens said in an interview, "Roman Reigns and Jacob Fatu. That's a scary duo, but I've never backed down before. Not starting now." Randy Orton, who had been teasing a comeback, tweeted, "So the chief returns. Let's see if he still runs it." The entire roster now had to prepare for war. Seth Rollins' video message. From a hospital bed, Seth Rollins recorded a video that aired on Raw. Bruised, taped up, but defiant, Rollins stared into the camera. "Roman Reigns, you think this is your comeback? Nah, this is your funeral. You beat me down with help. Like always. But I'll be back. And when I am, I'm burning your empire to the ground." Fans cheered. The match was inevitable. Seth Rollins vs. Roman Reigns. One more time. The new bloodline.